Today, I'm going to read you a book called The Brand New Kid. Looking at this cover, what do you think this story might be about?
A new kid who is going to school.
Good. Yeah, Noah, that's a good observation. Anybody else have any other ideas? Aldo?
It's about bullies, even though I have to clean my glasses.
Okay. Bullies? Yeah, it might be about bullies. Angelina, do you have any ideas?
It might be about people making fun of that kid.
Yeah. June, Kyle, do you guys have any? Let me bring it closer so you could see. So this is the book we're reading. It's called The Brand New Kid. Oh, I see. You're chatting. I see. Kid who has the first day of school. Yes, good comments. So the author is Katie Couric. So The Brand New Kid by Katie Couric, illustrated by Marjorie Priceman. Okay. Can you all see okay? Okay. Ellie McSnelly and Carrie O'Toole were running and laughing. Their first day of school was today, and they wondered just what was in store. Would this be a good year? Would school be a bore? They kept fingers crossed they'd be in the same class. And on a big table that they had to pass, they checked to find out which room they should go. McSnelly 240. O'Toole, I don't know. Oh, here it is, dear. You're 240 as well. They squealed with delight. Oh, gee, this is swell. 240 meant they would both have Miss Kincaid, the best teacher by far in the whole second grade. They took their seats quickly. Miss Kincaid called the roll. Emily Allen, here. Tyler Antole, here. Peter Barsinki, Raquel Brooks, here too. She went down the list until she was all through. Then she got to the boy who was not in her book. We have a new student. They all turned to look. His name is a different one, Laszlo S. Gasky. He's new to our school and the town of Delaski. So what do you think's going to happen next? Everybody's all in their classroom. A new kid's coming. And then there he is. Please welcome him here. Won't you all please say hi? But the students just turned and stared at the new guy. His hair was so blonde, why, it looked almost white. It stuck out all over. It didn't look right. His lips were bright pink, his eyes very blue. He looked at his feet and he fidgeted too. He was quiet at first and then yelled out, "Hello." His voice was booming so loud, it made Ellie say, "Whoa." The other kids laughed. Gee, this new boy was weird. Too different and strange to fit in, they all feared. Have any of you ever been a new student at a school before? Do you remember how it felt, the nervousness, Aldo?
Previous Tuesday, I was the first day of school.
Are you a new student to this school?
Mm-hmm. I was.
Yeah, see, it can be a very overwhelming experience sometimes, especially when everyone's staring at you. And now, class, Miss Kincaid said, her voice shrill and tight. Let's focus on learning and getting things right. She turned from the students. White chalk was her tool. As she wrote, "Welcome back to Brookhaven School." Now, if you'll notice in the pictures, everybody's already starting to mess with this boy, huh? They're throwing things at him, making faces. They sharpened their pencils and picked up their books. All morning long, they kept shooting him looks. They headed to gym class, a quick softball game. When they went to pick teams, no one mentioned his name. At lunch, Ricky Jensen, who thought he was cool, made everyone laugh when he shouted, "Hey, fool!" As Laszlo was leaving the line with his tray, someone tripped him, his food, it went every which way. The students all froze as they saw Laszlo's face, with French fries and ketchup all over the place. So these first few weeks were lonely for this brand new kid. They made fun of him, all that he said and all that he did. So he kept his head bowed and stopped trying to please and simply prepared for the next taunt and tease. And you'll see they're continuing to throw things at him. No one is sitting with him. No one's trying to comfort him. One day after school, Ellie walked out the door and she saw someone she hadn't seen there before. A lady whose face looked so tired and worn. She had tears in her eyes and she seemed so forlorn. "Who is that?" Ellie asked a student she saw. "Oh, that's Laszlo's mother," said Susie McGraw. "Her son's having trouble. She might pull him out. This school may be wrong for him. She's full of doubt." Ellie watched Mrs. Gasky as she walked toward her car. She thought about how things were going so far, and Laszlo and how he felt different and strange, and wondered aloud just what she could arrange. So what do you think Ellie's next action is going to be? She's noticing that Laszlo didn't have a very good first day, did he? And his mother looks very upset because she can sense that. What do you think Ellie's going to do next? Any ideas? Let me check the chat. Any ideas, guys? What do you think Ellie might do next? June, Kyle, are you still with me? Well, let's find out what happens next. "I've got it," she said. "I'll ask him to play at my house or his after school ends one day." The next morning, she walked up to him at his locker. "Would you like to come over and maybe play soccer?" Stunned, he said, "Please come to my house and play." So Ellie said, "Sure, I can. Let's pick a day." "How about Thursday?" he asked with a smile, a look that hadn't been on his face in a while. This is the first time we're seeing Laszlo smile. They walked home from school with their books in their arms, passing meadows and fields and a couple of farms. They arrived at his door, greeted by his French poodle, and Mrs. Gasky was there with a plate of warm strudel. As they munched on the pastry, they made quite a mess, and Laszlo said, "Do you know how to play chess?" Ellie said, "Yes, but I'm not all that great." "That's okay," he replied, and soon he said, "Checkmate." The afternoon ended. Ellie said, "This was fun." Laszlo just smiled and said, "Hey, thanks a ton for coming to my house and being my friend at a school in a town where I just don't fit in." At school the next day, the kids stopped her and said, "You were walking with Laszlo. Are you sick in the head?" Ellie paused and replied, "Now I know him, you see. Laszlo isn't that different from you and from me. He's terrific at chess, and his mom's really sweet. Playing soccer, the guy doesn't have two left feet. He may look slightly strange, have an accent and stuff, but if you knew him, you'd like him. It wouldn't be tough." Carrie looked at her friend, and she thought for a while. And then Laszlo walked up. She gave him a big smile. "Hey, Ellie. Hey, Laszlo. Do you want to go play?" And they all walked outside on a beautiful day. The end.
That was a great story.
Do you guys like that story? What was your favorite part? Does anyone want to share their favorite part?
What was your favorite part, Noah?
My favorite part was the brother kid smiled at me.
Yeah, when he was smiling. Yeah, right, because he was happy now because people were giving him a chance. Anybody else want to share?
Me.
Aldo, what was your favorite part?
Like, everything started from worst to best.
Right, it was pretty bad in the beginning, but it got better over time. Let me check the chat and see. June, Kyle, do you want to share your favorite part? Roka liked it, June. That's awesome. Oh, and you were worried at your first day at LCC. Yeah. Yeah, think about how you all felt when you first came to this school. If it was sixth grade, or maybe if you were a new student, like I remember you came right before the pandemic, huh, Angelina?
Yes, but no, I don't think anyone made fun of me.
That's good. Yeah, that's how it should be. You should give people a chance. When you meet someone new, they might seem different from you, but you'll find out that you have a lot of similarities. So thank you for giving me the time to read this to you guys, and I hope you liked it.
What do you say to Mrs. Strati, guys?
Duh.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Duh.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks you.
You're welcome, guys. Thank you.
Now we can finish the puzzle.